Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Dyson V10 cordless vacuum cleaner, and what I want to do today is to show you around the product, some of the features and benefits that it offers, some of the tools and accessories that they come with, and also some things that Dyson don't really tell you through their website. So I've got it charged up, let's have a look. So first of all I'll show you the main handheld unit. So I'll just put that to the side. So as I say, this is the main handheld unit, and itself it's not too bad. It is pretty lightweight if you're using it as a handheld unit. The bin capacity on this model is 0.76 litres. It's the same as the V11. If you are comparing this to say one of the V7 or V8 models, then they are 0.54 litres. So it's around a 40% increase. And overall that can make a huge difference. So if you do a lot of vacuuming, then it might be worth going for something like this compared to the V7 or V8, because it basically, in a nutshell, it means you're not having to empty the vacuum as often. So when it comes to the actual using of it, you've got the trigger that's based here. So when you pull that, then you do need to keep your finger on it. So you need to make sure that when you want to use it, you just pull that. You might see at the bottom here, there are 3 LED indicator lights. That just gives you the battery status. And then when the battery needs recharging, then it just goes down to the final indicator. Normally flashes, and that's just a good indication that it needs charging. What you've also got here, hopefully you can see it, there's actually a little light, and that's basically a filter blocked light. Hopefully you shouldn't see that too often, but it is just an indication that either the filter needs cleaning or there is a problem somewhere in the vacuum that you need to address. So while I'm talking about the filter, then that's on the back here, and this is really easy to maintain. All you need to do is just twist it and that pulls off. And you might see it's got a little picture of a tap on here, so that's just really to indicating that you just need to give it a wash. Normally you're just under cold water. There's actually a picture inside there. And all I recommend is make sure it's completely dry before you put it back on the vacuum. What you don't want to do is to wash it, just give it a dry with a towel or something, and then think it's dry that you can use it, because it won't be, and it will damage the vacuum cleaner. What we'd normally recommend, and quite a few of the people in our showroom do it, is that when they buy one of the vacuum cleaners, they buy a spare filter at the same time. That way, that enables you to wash one of the filters and make sure that's completely dry, which can take around 24 hours. So make sure that's completely dry, and at that time, use the other filter to put it on the vacuum, and that means you can still keep vacuuming. If you're not too fussed about that, so if you don't vacuum every day or every couple of days, then yeah, you might be okay with just the one filter. I have provided a link below, so if you're stuck on where to get one at a good price, then just follow the link and there'll be one there for you. So that's the filter on the back. The actual bin itself is really easy to empty. So on this model, all you do is you just push that down. So you've got the handle on the back here, so you just push that, and as you see, the flap opens. Just make sure whenever you do this, you do it over a bin, or ideally an outside bin, because if it is full, then you can have quite a lot of dirt in here and you can get dust everywhere. So ideally do it in an outside bin, and then to put that back, you just push that and then push the flap shut. You can take this apart if you want to. So when it comes to taking it apart, you've actually got the little button under there that comes off like that. And that's really, so as far as maintaining the vacuum, that's really as far as Dyson would normally recommend. With this, you can just give it a quick wipe out inside. That's quite easy to do. And what Dyson don't really tell you is that some of this can actually come apart a bit more to give it a really good deep clean. It's something that they don't really mention. I suppose they don't recommend it too much. They don't really want their products being taken apart too much. What I have done is I have done quite an in-depth video. I'll just provide the link up here to show you how to do it. I won't dwell on it too much at the moment. But yeah, as far as normal maintenance that Dyson would recommend, take the bin off, give that a good clean, and just get a paintbrush or something to just brush over here, because this can get quite dusty and clogged up on the outside of this shroud. And then once you've done that, then this just fits together like that. So it just clips in the back at the bottom, and then you just pop that back up, and then you're ready to go. So on this particular model, you've actually got a maximum runtime of up to 60 minutes. So you can vacuum, if you want, for an hour, which in most people's eyes is fantastic. Whether you want to vacuum for an hour is another conversation. But what you have got is you have got different suction settings on the back here, and this will have an impact on how long you can vacuum for. So with this one, this is the minimum suction, and then you've got the medium and then the maximum. What you'll find with each one, that clearly the suction will vary. So if you have got an area that is really dirty, that needs a really good going over, then I'd recommend switching it to the maximum. I'll just show you this, because you can hear it when it's in action. So you can really hear that there is a difference in the suction levels. The thing to bear in mind, as I mentioned earlier, is that it will have an impact on the runtime. So if you want to use the vacuum as a handheld vacuum with one of the basic tools, then you can achieve 60-minute runtime. If you're using it on, say, the maximum runtime with the floor head, then you won't get anywhere near 60 minutes. So I always point this out, because what I don't want people to do is to get the vacuum home, be using it on the maximum suction, and then to find out that they're disappointed when you get a fraction of the 60-minute runtime. So it's just really something to bear in mind. So now I'll show you the tools and accessories that they come with. The first one is this one. This is the crevice tool. This is a fairly standard tool that pretty much all Dyson cordless vacuums come with. It's a nice simple design, so if you do need to get into a hard area, say down the side of the sofa or down a car seat, then that's really an ideal one. Just to show you that all of these models, the V10s and the V7, V8 and V11s, use this kind of system. It's called the quick release system, or QR that Dyson call it. And with this is a brilliant way of putting the tools on. So once you clip it in, you just press the button to take it out, so it just clips in there. So the advantage is, if you have got, say, a Dyson V7 or V8, and if you're upgrading to a V10, then if you have got some tools, then you can use them in this model as well. And the next one is this one. This is the classic combination tool. Again, this is something that Dyson have provided for quite a few years. It's one of these tools that just works. It's got quite a soft bristle brush here, and you press the button there and it will actually change it to like a mini upholstery tool. And again, this is something that Dyson have provided for quite a few years. It still works, and I'm glad they're still putting it in. So if it still works, then why not carry on using it. The next one is this one. This is a soft dusting brush. So this is quite a nice one. If you go in, like here, this is in our showroom. This is just a display that we've got of different appliances, and this is a hob. So if you're using it to go around a hob, or say a computer keyboard, something like that, something that's a little bit more delicate, you don't really want a stiff bristle brush, then something like that is ideal for that purpose. The last tool it comes with is this one. This is a mini motorized head, and with this is brilliant. This is one that a lot of people tend to use, and this is a rotating brush. So if you're doing things like the stairs, or again using the car as an example, if you're doing the car seats, then you can't really fit the main floor head in, so you just want something to use as a handheld. And with this, so that will just clip on to the front there, and I'll just show you this. So especially if you're using it with a maximum suction, then this is a brilliant one to use. When it comes to looking after the tools, you can actually take some of these apart. It is something Dyson recommends, so I'm not going against what Dyson say. And all you need to do is you just twist that. So you just get a coin, twist it, and what you'll find is that just pops out. And then you can take this out. It can be a little bit fiddly because the bristles on these are quite stiff. So you just pull it out, and then that's really easy to clean. If you've got people in the household that with, say, long hair or animals, then that can get wrapped around here, so it's nice to be able to take this apart just get some scissors or a knife, be really careful and just cut those off and get those removed. And then to put that back together, all you do is you just put that in there, make sure you locate it at the end and find where the hole is, that's it, and then just get your coin, twist, and then you're ready to go. So they're the main accessories that this model comes with. What you've also got is the main floor head. So this is attached to the wand at the moment. With this, this is, I suppose it's got two different types of brushes. So you've actually got the stiff bristle brush here, and these ones are a lot softer. So depending on what surface you're on, so whether it's carpet, laminate, tile floor, then this is the main one to use. This is called the direct drive head. This is the main floor head that the Animal comes with. If you want the fluffy head, then you really need to be looking slightly higher in the range, say the Absolute models. But for the majority of the people, then we tend to find that the direct drive head is normally the one to go for, because it has quite a universal appeal across all floors. Again, on here you can take it apart, so just pop a coin at the side, twist it anti-clockwise, and then that will pull out. It's quite easy to clean it. Even in here, once you've taken that out, then there's quite a bit of space around here to get a cloth. I would recommend, so when it comes to cleaning it, so I would recommend don't wash it. There's too many components in here that you could damage, so just get a cloth or a damp cloth, give it a wipe out, and then when you're ready, that just goes back in there. Just locate that and then twist with the coin, and then you're ready to go. So also when it comes to using the tools, as well as having the ability to use it as a handheld like that, what you can do is you can actually use the wand as well. So use that, just pop that in the end, and then you can use any of these tools in the end. They just clip in. So if you do want to use the vacuum to get into corners, say to get cobwebs out of the corners, then you've got that ability, and that's nice and easy to do as well. So when it comes to charging the vacuum, then you do get a standard wall plug charger that you can just plug in anywhere, and then if you want to sit this on a table or just next to the plug socket, then you can do that. And all that happens is it just plugs in there. What you can find is that this does actually come with a wall bracket as well. So this is just an example of it. And what you'll find is that when it's properly installed, it just sits on there. And as you can see, that we've got the blue lights on the side. Okay, that's saying it's charging at the moment. What you'll also notice is that you have actually got space for two tools underneath. So out of all the accessories, at least you can store two of them on the wall. So that's really good. I will just point out, I did mention earlier about the bin capacity. So I have got the V8 here. So just to compare the two, you can notice that the V8 just here, so this one has quite a bit of a smaller capacity than the V10. As I mentioned, 40% difference, so that really does make a difference to the amount of vacuuming that you can do before you need to empty it. So what I thought to do is I'll give you a quick demonstration of the vacuum in action. I've got three different things on the floor. First one, this is rice, and then we've got porridge oats in the middle, and then we've got cornflakes on the left hand side. So there's quite a variety. This carpet itself is actually quite a horrible carpet because it's really wiry, and sometimes it can be difficult to get things up when you're vacuuming. But clearly this will be on the maximum suction, so I'll just see how we go. So really, as I would expect from a Dyson, put my teeth back in, then that has done really well. As I say, especially on this carpet, because it is quite a horrible carpet to vacuum up on. If you are thinking of buying one of these models, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Dyson V10 Animal Cordless Vacuum Cleaner. Please give us a thumbs up on a YouTube video, click subscribe, leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video itself. I'd always appreciate the feedback. Also, if you're thinking of buying one of these models or any of the other Dyson models, then if you've got any questions, just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these, if you got a Dyson V10, then let me know what you think about it, because again, I'd always appreciate the feedback as to what people think about the vacuums themselves. Thanks for watching.